It's just about it. Any news, any boys back from last week?
Well, yeah, again, it's the selection around the team. We haven't made that decision yet. So again, there's the long-term injury guys. There's no one coming back early doors, so there's no really change there. So as far as Keelan goes, that'll be a selection discussion.
And in terms of obviously Ali Wynn and Justin Gibbes,
yeah,
how great it is to have those type of players coming back after a week,
yeah,
recharging their batteries and materialising.
Yeah, look, I think it's important that we acknowledge their workload that they've had. They've had a massive workload, but also too, I think, also acknowledge the ability that we've got through the squad to be able to do that. And it's, we've built that depth over the last 18 months to 2 years. So for us to be able to give guys like that a break at this time of the year is good. They'll come back in, they're refreshed and ready to go.
How happy are you where you are in both competitions?
Yeah, it's very pleasing. We've put ourselves in a good position to, in the Europe situation, and we're in control of that. We're still a job to be done there yet before we can sort of start talking about quarterfinal playoffs, whatever you want to do. We've still got a bit to go there yet, but we've put ourselves there or thereabouts, which is pleasing. And I think, from a Pro 12 perspective, we get back into our work this week. We've got 3 very big games coming up for us. Scarlets being the first one, but all 3 are very important for us in terms of our campaign. So it's a pretty important time for us.
In terms of squad, and you've given a lot of players game time as well. How pleased are you with the squad as a whole?
Yep. This is where I think you really test, and a lot of character is revealed in players and in your team. And again, selections for big games are tight. There's going to be some disappointed guys, but again, it's about putting the team first, making sure we make the right selections for the team, making sure that they understand that, and then everyone's got to get on, and all the players that we've got here have got to make sure that they're involved over the next 3 games to get us to where we need to be in the Pro 12.
An extra edge to this week?
I think it's from a derby perspective, it's always tough. Whoever you play Dragons next week, we've got. We had the Blues not long ago. They're always tough games, aren't they? But again, we've purely focused on performance, making sure that we're in control of our own situation. That's first and foremost for us. Everybody's clear around their roles, and we focus on chasing the performance. We believe that if we get performance, the result will follow.
In terms of stepping up from a game where you dominated to going into a derby game, is it going to need a big step up, or will it be a big step up?
Look, I think I understand that the points speak for themselves to a point, but you've got to realise that the French teams, when you play them, they're big physical outfits, and I know that we've rattled a few points on them, but it's taken a while to break them down, and that's taken its toll physically. So I think, no disrespect to Grenoble, and definitely no disrespect to the Scarlets that we've got coming up, but we focused on ourselves. We've taken out of that game what we needed to. We changed focus second half, and again, I think we're just making sure that we put our training days in now, and we work really hard. We know that it's tough what's coming around the corner, but like I say, keep saying, we've got 3 games, this is one of them.
Happy with the set piece at the moment with things like?
We've got to make improvements. Again, I think if you look Scarlets, you look the Dragons and Connacht, they've all got very good set pieces, haven't they? So we've got to keep working and pushing the edge around our set piece. So again, there's some tweaks that we've taken some learning out of the French scrummaging, and again, we've got to make sure that we apply that this week.
Yeah, the loss of Dimitri obviously is a big deal.
Yeah, look, I think tightheads are, it's a specialist position, and there's not a lot of them around, the quality ones. So again, when you lose a tighthead, it's difficult. But what it does do is it presents a great opportunity for the guys that are around him, Mafu, Rodri, and Sausage, Daniel. So those guys have now got a challenge, and we've got to keep boxing on as we do.
Yeah, I'd imagine someone like Rodri would be very keen to be involved next weekend.
Yeah, listen, I think every player in this squad wants to play. I think that's the beauty thing. We've created competition for jerseys. And I think our selections have been, sometimes tough on players, but fair. And again, it's going to come down to that this week as well. So everyone wants to play. Everyone's excited.
You've been here a few seasons now, Chris.
Yeah.
What have you made coming into the sort of the Christmas derby and people talking about it and the match around itself?
Yeah, look, I think there's always a lot of talk around these games, isn't there? And I know it's already started, but I guess the learnings for me is that coming from outside in and looking at these games, they are big occasions. But if you let the occasion overrule you, you miss the moment, and that's definitely something we aren't going to be doing. We're performance focused. Again, we'll let our talking be done on the field, and that's what's important to us. And again, like I keep saying, it's one of three, and that are very important to set our season up, and that's how we're looking at it.
Where you are in the season at the moment, would you be happy, in terms of your position, top four, and in the place of the chance there?
Yeah, I think absolutely. But we're satisfied, but we're not finished, and there's a difference. And I think that's for us. We're excited about what's coming around the corner. We want to take on the Scarlets. We want to make sure that we get our performance right against them at home in front of a big crowd on a pretty special day. So we want to get that bit right, and then we want to make sure that we get Dragons and Connacht right. We want to follow through on those games as well, and then we're in a good position, I think, in terms of that league goes. But as you know, these things come right down to the wire at times, and we've got to make sure that we're pushing all the way.
And in terms of this week, coaches have spoken about there's been some decisions with sort of high tackles and everything like that. Talk about making the game going soft. From a forwards coach, what do you sort of think about it?
Look, these things come and go. They don't come and go. The game evolves, and you've got to move with it. If you keep looking backwards and thinking about what it should have been or how it could be, you miss the point. And so you just got to try and keep evolving, and I think player safety, and it's paramount. It's a key part of the game. You can't be just going around smashing people around the head and all that sort of stuff. So if that's the case, then they get what they deserve, as far as I'm concerned. Again, you've got to work within the rules, and the rules are there for a reason. So I think first and foremost, player safety is key, and we just got to make sure that we technically coach the right stuff for our players.
Packed at Liberty Stadium on 27th, what would that mean to you and the players?
Oh, listen, playing in front of our crowd is special to us anytime. It doesn't matter who we're playing against, but when it's full, when the stadium's full like this, it's going to be, it's exciting, and I think it's going to be exciting for the fans and the supporters who live for these moments. And I think that's pretty exciting for us as a group to be able to put out in front of our support and our fans a good performance.